The MDC Alliance's leader, Tendai Biti, had reportedly been arrested. For more on this story now, we're joined by Nqobizitha Mlilo, who is the personal lawyer of Tendai Biti. Mr. Mlilo, thank you very much for your time. Are you able to confirm for us that indeed Mr. Biti has been arrested? And if so, what is he being charged with?
Yes, I can confirm that he has been arrested. He intended to go to Zambia to claim political asylum. He is of the reasonable opinion that things that have happened, particularly after the election, the harassment of his mother, the continuous besieging of his family, gunshots that were fired at his vehicle the day before yesterday, all this culminates in a reasonable conclusion that his life is in danger. And therefore his intention was to seek political asylum in Zambia.
So where was this arrest effected? Did it happen at the airport somewhere? And when was it? What was the time during which he was arrested?
He was arrested at the Chirundu border post. He had presented himself to the Zambian immigration officials requesting to enter Zambia for the purposes of claiming political asylum. And this happened we've been here for about an hour now.
And so where is he being held at this hour?
He's being held at the border, at the Chirundu border post.
And what about his family? You spoke about his mother who had been harassed over the past few days. Are they safe? And where is his wife and children?
Well, his mother is still in Harare. We have communicated to her what has happened to his son. And we've also indicated that it's important that we ensure that we increase the security, and that efforts are being made to ensure that she's safe together with their children.
And are there any indications of how long he is going to be held for, and will he possibly appear in court at some point?
Well, we don't know, but what we know is that under international law and for that matter under Zambian domestic law, once a person has presented themselves and requested political asylum, their application for political asylum must be heard in the normal course, and that there should be a determination by the responsible Zambian authorities, by the responsible Zambian institutions that listen to adjudications or requests by persons for political asylum. So what we would expect, and hopefully things happen that way, is that now that the Zambian immigration has been informed of Mr. Biti's intention to seek political asylum, he must be subjected to the normal processes of people who seek political asylum, and then we'll have an opportunity to present his case as to why he thinks that his government is unable to offer him security, or in fact that his government is a threat to his life and a threat to the life of his family.
Mr. Mlilo, I just want to clear this up. You're saying that he actually is being withheld. Is he being withheld by the Zambian authorities, or are Zimbabwean authorities also involved here?
Yeah, so he presented his intention to seek political asylum in Zambia. And when that happened, the Zambian authorities informed the Zimbabwean police, and the Zimbabwean police then came and effected arrest. But we then indicated to them that the intention is to seek political asylum. So he can't be returned to Zimbabwe because he thinks that his life is under threat, and that threat arises from the very government that is supposed to protect him. So as we speak now, there is a discussion between the Zimbabwean police and the Zambian immigration.
All right. Thank you for clearing that up for us. And I want to now ask you about the Zimbabwean authorities' intentions. At some point during the process of voting, I think it was during the process of counting, in fact, the Zimbabwean police said that they had no intentions of arresting Mr. Biti. Do you trust, therefore, that they will respect that international law that is provided for people who are seeking political asylum?
Well, that's very true, because you would remember that Senior Assistant Commissioner Charamba indicated in the press conference that they were looking for Mr. Biti, and they desired to interview him. We made arrangements for Mr. Biti to present himself to the police. The morning of that day, the police looked completely confused about what we were talking about and indicated that as far as they knew, there was no intention to speak to him. and they requested that we leave contact details. In the event that they want to speak to him, they would then make contact. So since then, there's not been any communication from the police that they want to speak to him, because they had indicated that if they want to speak to him, they would make contact through the contact details that they had requested to be left. Insofar as the respect for international law, if Zimbabwe is a democratic country and a country that participates in the family of nations and the rules and regulations that govern relations between countries, we would expect that the authorities would respect international law, and would also expect the Zambian authorities to respect international law, in the sense that there is a person who has indicated that they think that their life is in danger arising from a threat that is quite palpable, that is quite visible, and would therefore expect that the Zambian authorities would also, at the very least, allow him to present his case insofar as how the basis upon he wishes to claim political asylum under both domestic Zambian law and international law.
Just finally, Mr. Mlilo, it's a matter of curiosity. Given what is happening to Mr. Biti now, would you know the whereabouts of the leader of the MDC Alliance, Nelson Chamisa, at this stage?
I'm not sure where exactly he is, but he has been informed of the arrest.
All right. Thank you very much indeed for your information. Thank you indeed. Thank you very much. That's Nqobizitha Mlilo. He is the personal lawyer of Tendai Biti, who has been arrested. It's now confirmed that he is being held at a border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. And as he explained earlier, Zimbabwean authorities were called by the Zambian authorities to say Mr. Biti intends seeking political asylum in Zambia, and that is when, therefore, the Zimbabwean authorities decided to effect arrest. So at this point in time, Mr. Biti trying to get into Zambia for his safety, and we'll continue giving you more details on this story as and when more information comes out.